Yo, how you guys doing today? It's your boy, Get Some Vibes. Welcome to another video, feel me? Now today, we're not in the kitchen, we're not in the gym, we're not outside with the boys. You know what I'm saying? With the boys. First I'll give you guys like my introduction. I know y'all heard it before, but I was born and raised in New York and Michigan, but I'm Senegalese, of course. But moved to Minnesota probably around I think my sophomore year of high school. But yeah, with the boys, they're all gonna introduce themselves, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Sorry, guys, huh?
My name is Austin. It's my brother Mamadou, my cousin slash brother Rocky. I know him like my mom had. I've known him since as long as I can remember. I was born in Michigan also. Met him there. I've lived in New York with him and now in Minnesota. So yeah, since Sandbox.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
My name is Mamadou. Me and Sadna, we knew each other for a while. I moved to Michigan after growing up in Senegal, and we met. I remember we went to Greenbrier. We went to Sam's Club. I think that's where you were coming from with your parents.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, this guy's like my brother. I don't even consider him a cousin. I've known him my whole life. And also, that's the little bro. Malcolm, that's like another brother as well. So we all just basically like family, I'd say.
Facts.
Malcolm, born and raised in Minnesota. I come into the picture when they moved to Minnesota, of course. And yeah,
What's like your experience being a first generation like student athlete, in general? Like, how was your experience here? Like when you got to Minnesota, I feel like that's when like sports kind of became like more like important in a sense. Like,
Now, when I went to Minnesota, I kind of enjoyed it. It felt more like there was a school pride aspect. Like sports was actually fun because there was rivalries and shit. Other teams.
true.
Like making the team was actually like something you look forward to.
Facts.
So I was very excited. But I feel like growing up first generation, like academic wise, I don't know. I guess I was always taught like good isn't good enough. You got to be better. So
Facts.
yeah, just always trying to push that bar.
And then you went to high school. It was like you started out in Hopkins, and you
Yeah, I went to elementary, middle school in Hopkins, then I transferred to Osceola, graduated here.
nice. Then do
For me, growing up, played basketball. That's been the main sport. I started playing basketball probably I'd say fifth grade. That's when I feel like I fell in love with it. Growing up in New York, playing like at the parks, going to Roosevelt Island, playing in different leagues, tournaments. That all just I feel like motivated me just because I feel like my entire life kind of being an underdog with, especially moving to Minnesota. First couple of years at Hopkins, not playing, getting cut, being team manager. So that experience I feel like really motivated me with sports, and then I feel like I carried that outside of sports. Outside of school, graduated, just keeping that hunger, keeping that motivation that started as a kid.
okay.
uh,
What is this? Yeah.
for me, I'll kind of say I've been playing sports since like maybe 5, 6 years old. Started with football. That was always like the first love. And then, like I said, I was born and raised in Minnesota, but that cold got to me. I couldn't keep doing it. Like by September, it's too cold. I'm looking in the neighboring states, October, it's cool over there. So I'm like, nah, start playing basketball. And once I got into it, it was like, all right, this might be the sport I might need to get into. But I stayed in a lot of trouble, so my mom and them always was like, all right, you're not doing what you need to do in school and outside of school, no sports. So I stopped for like 2, 3 years, got back into it in eighth grade, and that's when I was really like, yeah, I'm gonna go full fledged and enjoy it. Kind of like Mama, we got the same story. Cut from the team sophomore year, kind of put a chip on my shoulder and kind of just grind it from there and prove my love.
So basically, next question I want to ask you guys is, what motivated y'all to become better men in general? Whether that's sports, whether that's people you're around.
I'd say what motivates me to be better would just be my upbringing, having both of my parents, coming from Senegal, going through, their experiences that they, had to go through, the sacrifices that they've made for our family, like how our, moms met. Essentially, that's how me and you got close. Like our parents worked at the salon, after school, that's where we would be all day. And then eventually, that's how we went to the Boys and Girls Club, started getting into sports. But just those sacrifices that she made, them late nights, and then also just with sports being an underdog, I feel like that all motivates me, like wanting to be better, wanting to prove people wrong, wanting to, do things that maybe had hadn't been done, like especially in the family. Like our parents went to school in Senegal, but like coming to the States, you know, my older brothers went to school. You know, I wanted to go to school, get a degree, play sports. So just achieving those dreams, achieving those goals, and then trying to aspire and get good jobs, being good men, you know, hopefully becoming a good father, just like how my father was. So just all of that.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
We have two new friends joining us. Welcome, Kelvin and Jaden.
All right, so I'll say what motivated me is my parents and also sports. But my parents motivated me because at a young age they lost their parents at the ages of 12 and 13. So they kind of changed how they aspect how they looked on life. They wasn't really pushed to go to school or anything out after high school or anything like that. So when the kids came into the picture, it kind of told us about all of that and told us like what they went through and everything like that. And just knowing that my family took this route and nobody ever took this route, the right route, kind of just opened my eyes like, all right, this comes easy to us, but let me see what's to this route over here, because it kind of changed everything. It kind of changed the generation under me and probably beyond that. So, you know, I took that risk. And now I became a first generation college student. I mean, graduate not once but twice with my master's and my bachelor's. So, you know, I feel like that's what motivated me. And then when it comes to sports, I'll also say just being told that I can't compete at this level or do this or that kind of put a chip on my shoulder, and then I had to prove some people wrong. So that's, you know.
That's real. That's real.
That's facts, man. Those challenges, I'm telling y'all, man. You're going to get through them. Y'all youngins, listen to these stories. I'm telling y'all. You're going to learn something.
You know, kind of picking back up what he said, obviously having immigrant parents, realizing that they actually like made a huge sacrifice to better the lives of the generations to come. It's kind of like a really deep thought sometimes to think about it, because they kind of put their, I wouldn't say priorities, but what they wanted to do aside and do what they had to do. So I think that's always motivated me to choose a better option or take the road less traveled, because it does bear fruit. One thing about my parents that constantly motivates me is that I was born in Michigan, but I've lived in multiple states. They never made us feel like we were like stuck to anything. So always chase opportunity, regardless of where it is, where it's at. Just like fucking go get it, you know what I'm saying?
So have to adjust.
Yeah, not being afraid to adjust, but just having the cards though and just playing them right. So another thing would be the sports I played, kind of just having the intrinsic motivation of having to be the best man available. I played football and I wrestled, so it wasn't enough to just make the team, but you kind of had to be better than the next guy if you wanted playing time or wanted to get looked at, whatever the case may be. So I think that just translates over into life in general. Like, it's not enough to just be going through the motions, but actually having intent and just staying consistent with whatever it is you're trying to achieve.
That's it, man.
What motivates me is like having a testimony, like pretty much having that experience that you can't refute, can't ignore, or like I want to give the glory to like I want to get to such a level of success where people ask me what got me here, and the answer sounds cliche, like I give glory to God. I know it sounds big.
I don't think it's cliche, you know. All glory to
You know what I mean? So like for me, it's just like getting to that space where you feel like you're actually favored by God, where like things are bound to happen in your life. So I feel like what motivates me is being a story for somebody to gain inspiration from, or something along the lines of that.
Yeah, I love that. You know, you gonna look at me like figure for real. I fuck with that.
That's
I
real.
like that. You know?
I mean, what motivates me is really just pretty simple. It's like a mirror. It's like if you don't like what you're looking in the mirror, it's like you gotta love yourself at the day. You just keep pushing and keep doing it. And, you know, it's the mirror.
I love that. Okay. Now, obviously, as you can tell with all these stories, like, I just want y'all to understand that, like, when you're whatever you're going through in life, like, especially as a man, I do understand. I do feel like we've all learned from different challenges and aspects of our life. We've all been through something. We've all seen things. We've all done things, and I feel like it made us who we are today. And I think it's super important to kind of like evaluate exactly, you know, what your goals are by who your past person is. You know what I'm saying? From what you've been through. I appreciate you guys for even telling your story. I'll say one thing that motivated me, bro, is like literally, I obviously would say family, but I think number one thing, bro, is like even just yeah, like you said, God, man. Like I feel like there's so many times where like I felt low in the sport, and I'm like, bro, I can't do that. I look at somebody that's on varsity, I can't do that. And then you start practicing, come to practice every single day, you start getting better, you start getting better, you're like, oh, I can that's fine.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, it's like, no, I can really like go crazy, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, that's one of the things I feel like that's really like, that's how you could tell, bro. You could start from anywhere and just, you know, keep going up, no matter what you're doing, you know? What message would you tell your younger self? You know what I'm saying? Like, looking at yourself in the mirror, looking at little baby Hassan, little baby Calvin, little baby Malcolm, you know, you're saying your little selves. What would you tell that kid?
Well, for me, I'll say keep going, keep pushing, keep striving. That's going to be like the main source. Keep putting your faith in God, of course. Keep, you know, remember the past, but also don't hold on too much. Like, use it as strength, use it as motivation to want to keep going and want to better yourself. And also use your mistakes as a lesson to grow.
Right.
So I'll just say overall, just keep going, keep pushing, don't give up.
It's a strong kid right there.
I guess I go. For me, I'll just say stay hungry, stay motivated, stay humble, and then like love those who love you. Like I mean, like we all said, I look at y'all like my brothers. You know, I'm always trying to chill with my brothers, be with the family, stay close to my parents. You know, I feel like just pouring into you, and continue like striving for greatness. Like, don't ever be complacent with who you are. Always think about the next 5 years, next 10 years, what you could be doing, what you could put your goal towards. So I'll just say, just always try to be a better person, be a better version of yourself.
Love that. Love that.
I guess I'd say to stay consistent. I'd say discipline is freedom. I'd say just don't really stress. Keep your faith in God. Stressing, I feel like stressing the fact, like if you stress in general, it kind of shows like a lack of faith because having faith is believing in something that you can't see. I'd say become familiar with the concept of delayed gratification. Everything you're gonna like come to fruition, you're gonna have to have started 6 months ago or a year prior. That's just like everything in life. Like never expect next day results or quick results. That's not efficient in the long run. I guess that's me like that.
Okay.
I tell my younger self, man, it's a marathon, not a sprint, man. Slow motion beats no motion, man. Like list goes on, but it's so hard because like when I see myself now and I look at who I am, and like I may hate myself sometimes. No bullshit. I may be mad at myself for not. Because I feel like, well, not even yet. Because I feel like I'm not where I want to be in life or where I believe I'm supposed to be.
Right.
And the only person you could blame, like you say, going back in the mirror, is you look at yourself. So it's like, if I had everything I wanted right now, would I go to the past version of myself and give him those tools so he could be able to succeed sooner? Right. Or does he have to go through like every single life lesson, like every bump, scrape, and bruise to actually develop the mindset of where he's at now? So it's really, it's just experience pays. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And it's trying to sound like the dumbest one of them all, but abstain, little nigga. Abstain. Like that goes back into the marathon, not a sprint. Right. Like we in high school, our bodies start to develop. Women's bodies start to develop. Everybody talking about sex and whatnot. We think like we're missing out. Right. You're not missing out on shit, young blood. It's so hard to really get that through your mind because and it's weird. It's like the perspective I'm coming from now. Like I've lived through this shit. I've seen a creation grow from this shit. So it's like my mind is like, there's no rush to this. Like I thank God, you know, of like what God can do. Right. It's just like it's never a rush. You might be exactly where the fuck you need to be in life right now. Right.
But it'll make you a better person.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. A younger person needs to know that, bro. they instead of taking that easy route, they need that marathon.
Yeah.
No, and I just want to say, like when you said, you could, if you look in the mirror, you might hate what you see, like your younger self looking at you now.
Yeah.
But I just say you gotta change that mindset. I don't think you should think like that.
Mhm.
Like even we all got goals, bro. Like
Yeah.
I mean, growing up, I want to go to the NBA. That didn't happen. Am I going? You know what I'm saying? We all got like, oh, I want to play pro ball, but don't ever look at like the past, bro. Look at the future. Like look at what you want to be, and then try to make that happen. Like it's not too late, bro. Like
Never too late.
yeah, don't ever too late.
It's too late.
Never too late.
Yeah.
That's great. But for me, just like feedback on he was said, it's like nothing really, because like everything built me who I am today. And what I would say is just focus, be focused, don't let distractions distract you, just stay focused with it.
For real, huh? I'm telling y'all, young bucks. Like, I'm telling you, this is like, yeah, man. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of the messages I really want to like, not per se like influence the youth to do something they don't want to do, but I just want them to hear like actual stories and actual like things that we've been through. You know what I'm saying? And I think that like, I mean, me personally, if I'm looking at myself, a smaller Issa, that chubby kid who wasn't that fast at recess. That kid that like, he was like, I would honestly look at that kid and be like, it's there's things in life that you can't control. You can't control everything. So there's certain things that you shouldn't let you study. There's certain things that you should be doing to manifest like a better life in general, like taking away that stress. I think one thing for me was like when I was younger, growing up, was I've always, even when I guess when I got to high school, I felt like everything needed to happen right then and there. Like I need to rush.
Yeah.
I gotta rush this, I gotta rush that, I gotta rush this. Like I feel like everything needs to happen at a certain point. But I feel like I'll tell that young boy, relax, it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like things are gonna go as they plan, you can't force it. You can't control it. That's one thing.
Isn't it hard to like imagine telling yourself that, just knowing like you was impatient at one point?
That's
like,
facts,
you know what I mean?
Grow up and
You like
yeah.
say you got an older brother, right?
Yeah.
Like I didn't have an older brother, but I had older brother figures.
Right.
And like they tell you some shit and you be like, man, that's some
Yeah,
bullshit
yeah.
advice.
Especially
And
when
then
you're
looking
younger,
back,
bro.
you're like, damn, he was right.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's that huzzah moment. Where you're like, yes, like now it's actually clicking. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it happens to everyone in life, bro. Like no matter what happens, bro, it's like someone will tell you something from the past, and you're like, oh, now it clicks.
Yeah, you learn through experience. Like
Right.
you gotta fail at something to improve. Like so, I feel like you gotta go through hard time, not hard time, but some people unfortunately they don't got to. But
Right.
I mean, it's good to struggle. I think it makes you stronger.
Right.
It motivates you to be better.
That's true, man.
So,
Especially like I remember even playing sports and being like tough in the sport. Like you gotta take that lesson and run with it, bro. Like you gotta, you get better. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed y'all stories. I appreciate that. Is our generation cooked or not? A lot of people have different opinions on this. If y'all don't mind, I'll give my opinion right away. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think we're definitely not cooked. Personally, yeah. No, I feel like we're not cooked just because, like, man, like honestly, what I've been seeing in my personal life, I've seen a lot of like, I'm seeing kids grow up nowadays. Obviously, there's gonna be some kids that are like different, like that want to do like things that are like off the radar. But like, I think we're actually starting to grow and like figure out generational differences. I'm starting to see cultural differences become a norm. Like I'm starting to see people actually like wanting to make their families better. I'm starting to see things that are actually like changing positively. Obviously, there's always negative in the world, but I do see a lot of change in our youth. I don't think the generation is cooked. I just think we need to start implementing like and giving out information that's like going to be more valuable to the next future, after their generation. You know what I'm saying? But like honestly, I think we're pretty good. I think we're gonna have some struggles, but I think our generation is starting to click on to the past. Anybody else got any opinions?
I say, I feel like we're not cooked. If you look at everything that go on now, that happened 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Right.
The only difference maker in 20, 30, 40 years ago is social media, the phones, everything like that. Computer, like you got more access, like there's more access to everything now. Like feels like you're in everybody's day-to-day life. They're only showing you clips and stuff. So I feel like that's the only thing that's different. I would say if we could shift the focus to using that to the best of our knowledge and using that to spread more positivity and stuff like that,
Right.
I feel like it'll go a long way. But it's a gift and curse with everything in life. So
True. And I mean, I'd agree with both of you. Like, I don't think we're cooked. I think, like, in this space, like you're saying, with social media and everything that happens, like, you see, even if it's just a post, like, messages get spread across the world instantly. And, like, we all saw, like, Minneapolis when George Floyd, that situation happened, how it took over social media, it became a national, like, deal, right? Or, like, throughout the whole world. And, like, I feel like when things like that happen, like, back then, you wouldn't know. It's like the message is kind of hidden, but now, like, you can't hide anything from
Everything's
from us, and we all communicate. There's more support now. There's more positivity. Like, you could even see in New York, like the mayor, like Mondani, like you're seeing all these changes where, like, you didn't see that in the past.
Right.
Like we're everything's getting better as you go. Like how we use technology, using AI, like using our resources. I feel like we shouldn't be doomed if we're just using the platform the right way and continue to spread, like you said, positivity, and keep it having a sense of community.
It's not advancement.
Shoot. Well, I think our generation is barbecue chicken.
Oh my! No.
That was fried, bro. Like,
Where is it from?
the era where the CBD THC pens came in,
Yeah.
and like how like what it did to the kids in school and the brain cells, bro.
That's true though.
Plus
Stop
like
smoking.
the brain rot we got, and we got unlimited corn. We got so much shit to destroy ourselves, bro. Like I'll give you
brain rot too, though.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we had like Vine and stuff, but like to the level it's at now, it's like
So TikTok, stuff like that.
yeah, but I say we're cooked because it's like the higher ups are targeting the youth like directly.
Yeah,
like
that's right.
my era, we had Justin Bieber. So like before you get to really listening to Usher and Chris Brown, you have to go through a phase of like kiddish love songs before you get into Sexy Red, pop that ass, pop that pussy. Shit. If you go, fifth graders is banging that shit.
Yeah,
And it's like it's to the point where like they listen to top op gen. Who the fuck is top op? Like just you know like all these Chicago drill. Like I'm not saying that's the causality loop or that's the problem.
Right.
I'm just saying like the music and the influences.
It's your problem.
It's a huge problem. I don't discredit the way people dress. Self-expression is a form.
Right.
There is some outfits out there that little girls should not be allowed to wear or purchase, and so I think that's why our generation is cooked, because it's just like the adult shit is curated for the kids now. It's given to them and make it look like exactly.
The phones and all of that, it changes everything. So like, if you think about when we was younger, we were still burning CDs. We still going to buy CDs. You might download something on the computer, but you gotta get that okay with OG. You gotta put something on your phone or something like that. So it's like everything's more accessible. It's like right here, you open your phone and everything's right there. You can see porn, you can see
like
any type of music. You can see.
You talk about sports,
like here
you gotta use CD.
Literally, you gotta. It's
like
put firewall.
DVDs to magazines to this and that.
No, we see that.
Bro, I mean, like, be honest. Y'all can go on Facebook right now, and I guarantee y'all gonna see a story. Somebody got something going on.
Something inappropriate.
This or that. Like, it's just too accessible. So that's why the kids in school now, they able to see this because they get posted on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. So it's like, all of this is right here versus it being like kind of put away.
Yeah, gate cat.
Yeah, like it was
It's hard to access that.
Literally, and you actually had a conscious a second guess, like, damn, is she going? If I put this DVD in the DVD player, is there a history machine? You could not do that shit nowadays. People got a VPN.
It was like we just start out with no iPad or no phone.
Mhm.
We had a coloring book. We had toys. We had all this.
Well, hey, y'all see
Kids
that?
nowadays, they got iPads at 2 years old and know how to operate. So it's like
YouTube, they know how to click
kids,
the video.
like,
Like,
On my iPhone, they got trackers on their parents. Like,
so it's like everything's just so more easily accessible. So it's like you can't really hide it. All you can do now is kind of like try to
Just how do I
teach your kids about it and like tell them like, yeah, you might be seeing this, but this is also what comes with it and something like that. Like, I feel like it's all on the adults to kind of
that's what
steer them.
focus for that.
And that's what you're saying, like with adults, like influence. So I know you're talking about like music, but it's like I can listen to drill and listen to anything, but like maybe because of my parents or like whatever, that's why that did influence me to go and like do it here. But like, you know what I'm saying? So
Nowadays,
I think that's
yeah.
I think kids are easily influenced, and like I feel like that comes from character development as a kid with your parents and all of that. So you know, I mean, you don't get easily swayed into it.
Gotta make sure your kids know who they is.
When we said generation, we
Like,
said like
oh,
Gen Z.
that's my life.
Yeah, because we are kind of in a mix of two
Yeah.
different.
I don't think we all cooked. I think some of us cooked. I think some of us, not some of us. I feel like some of the younger, like the last golden, 19th to early 2000s. Other than that, I think they're a little cooked. I think some of them really brainwashed. Like
even the early 2000s is Friday.
early 2000s, yeah. Like
I really don't see no difference, but what was happening back then.
I feel like I don't even see kids outside no more for real, bro.
That's a big one.
You see people go see the bike in front of home.
I
swear to God, the scooter is
like that, bro.
There's no more hours for like after school to keep them.
Bro, that was really a
We outside,
big
busy. There's nothing to keep them busy now, but outside of that, everything was going on.
Yeah.
Even then, like
Water balloon
even
fights.
back then, like
Man,
man, was outside, but it was still stuff going on that go on today. So it's
We was
like,
like man on the block.
Yeah,
House of robbers.
yeah, that's right.
We was like doing it.
I've never seen a video of kids just dancing play cops and robbers or something.
oh no, that's all good.
Running around in the park.
Yeah.
You see that in the park.
They playing cops and robbers.
Literally,
in real life.
They were like no real life cops and robbers.
Kids, they
I just know it's real life cops and robbers.
Yeah. I feel like little niggas nowadays don't got fear no more. Like
No, that's because
but their parents not beating their ass.
no, and that's the thing. That's the thing. A lot of parents is being friends. They're not being parents. They're being friends. So like, oh yeah, I'm gonna let you smoke. We can smoke this together and this and that.
Yeah.
You know how many homies I had who cribs I could go to and roll up and we can smoke and they mom and them right there. They gonna come over there and hit that. Like, hey, look at that shit. Don't leave me up.
Right.
Nigga, my
You
mom.
gotta have that level of fear.
None of that.
It's straight cook for that.
None of that.
That's it.
So
That's
for me to be able to do that, like I was seeing that back then. So for me to see it now is just like, I mean, it's just kind of what you was exposed to and what you've seen. Because to me, it's kind of like everyday shit. Only thing I would say is that kids don't got fucking choices what to do outside of like for summer or after school and shit like that.
School programs.
There are no more
Yeah.
park boards or none of that.
Yeah,
Sports ain't pushed on the kids or none of that. It's just shit. What you do outside of school, do what you do. I don't care what you do.
They gave it to
As long as you go to school.
Like it's niggas like like when we was growing up, like shit was different. Like shopping for school even was different. Like nowadays, kids wearing designer. Like niggas.
I'm seeing why it's
They brainwashed to the point where like everyone's in competition. Like there's too much access to shit that's not immediate. Like it doesn't matter when you see it online. So you're like, you want to have it for yourself.
Everybody's in
not a priority.
competition.
Like, not doing shit for you.
And social media is to blame for that because you trying to compare your life to somebody the whole time. Like I said, you only seeing a glimpse of their life. That's only the ups.
Yeah.
What about the downs? What about what's going on when they don't got this and that going on? So like, they don't be really thinking about that. They just be like, oh, he got this right now. He's showing us this, and that.
Right.
Man, that's just a
Highlights.
that's just
It's
a
all
show.
just highlights.
Yeah,
It's a show.
Designer in high school. I mean, when I see niggas back in designer in high school, I said, "Damn, the game changes."
Yeah.
bro."
We were just wearing KD's, Jordan. They were
Yeah,
wearing
like in the basketball shoes.
Yeah.
I was the jeans and I was
Palm Angel sweatsuit.
That's
That's
like
right.
vibe in this year.
Yeah.
Get it, bro. You get it? What you think? It's cooked?
Nah, I think we good. Banging on what you said, I think the generation we got is becoming smarter and smarter. And like those who fall victim to like the brain rot and stuff, like, that's on them. It's like, but I feel like we're leading a good next generation,
A healthier one.
a healthier one.
See, and I want y'all to see this because like there is a bit of an age. I ain't gonna say it by age and everything, but like you can see some people's answers are different from age, and you can see how how some people feel different about it. But I feel like all in all, it's just like this generation in general. We all know it needs to get better. We all know that we have like as men, I guess we can lead, and we should be leading the youth to like better examples and things of that sort. But like honestly, I personally think that like um, when it comes to the next generation in the future, um, there's things that I feel like we've learned from our parents that we can definitely give to our kids, and like so on, generational, you know. But this is gonna be our last question, guys. This one is more, it's private. If you want to answer, you can. If you don't have to. But what is your future goal at this point in your life? There's certain things that like we all think about, want to achieve. What's one thing that you guys want to achieve, whether that's 5 years from now, a year from now? Anyone can start.
I guess I'll start. I guess 5 years from now, get my degree.
Facts.
Have my own place.
Facts.
Have a new car. I know these are very materialistic right now.
Hey.
I live in the 3D realm right now. So other than that, really, it's finding groundedness in like my mind, finding a way to navigate throughout the system, knowing that this shit's gonna be chaotic, and keeping cool composure and holding my masculine frame. Like literally just stoic, being able to be still amongst the chaos and becoming a self-made man. So yeah, that's the goal.
Be a better man, bro. I feel you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
I'll say 5 years from now, probably see myself being the example that my pops was to me to my kids. In a better situation than I am now, more in a secure place. Not saying that I'm not secure right now, but in a better situation where I could provide like I would want to for my family, provide them what they want and need. I'll say just breathing, living, enjoying life with my brothers, my family. Just bossed up on another level.
Yeah, for me, next 5 years, well, right now I'm in school trying to get my master's degree in healthcare administration, but also complete the second half of my dean, which is like a jump or get married, inshallah, if that comes to fruition. But, and then I would say in terms of like ownership, maybe trying to get into like properties, development, get into maybe owning my own agency or running my own business. So, and obviously I want to do that. Could be with my brothers, close friends, anybody. I just want to build with the people I grew up with, build with people I struggle with, and create generational wealth and enjoy life. So it feels nice.
I'll say for me, in the future, I definitely want to see myself just being more connected with obviously my brother as well. I want to be more. I want to be more included, like more involved within like community in general. Rather than just be like just helping out with caterers or helping out the youth. I do want to be involved more, and I want to try to like I am a chef, but I do want to open up a restaurant. But eventually, inshallah, like I want to open a business back home. I want to be able to, I want to get married too, of course. Get a house, chill. You know what I'm saying? The American dream, as they want to say. But the American dream might be an African dream. So you never know. We might go back. I might go back. You never know. But yeah, that's my goal.
I'd say in the next 5 years, I strive to be more financially stable and responsible. I'm currently in school right now, finishing my bachelor's in computer information technology. So obviously acquire that, and then maybe even go on to what's next, like acquiring a master's and etc. I guess I don't really have the typical American dream. I don't care to like stay in America. I don't have a confined destination. I can see myself living in any parts of the world as long long as they have a good steady source of income. Yeah, just continue being a good example for, I guess, just people in general, especially men. That just, your options are open. It's never really too late to do what it is you want. Strive to be a creator instead of a consumer. I think a lot in life lately is just consume, whether it's buy this, buy that. But I guess just showing the world a piece of yourself, because there's no one else like you, so the world would appreciate you.
Facts.
My goals, next 5 years, I think I want to touch the rest of the continents. I got a couple more to go. And then also just start a business of some sort. Just show myself I can do that independently and stuff like that. Just try to bet.
Nice. Yeah. Hey, let's clap it up, man. Yeah, you guys should clap it up. I'm super impressed, man. I wanted to do this, and I wanted to do this with y'all like for a minute, bro, because I feel like this is something where it could be a safe space, bro. I feel like a lot of us don't really get a chance to really talk stories, or even have the time because we're all working or like we're all doing something busy. But like just getting together could be like so like we'll give you a peace of mind per se. You know what I'm saying? But like I honestly think it's like literally like it's great when I think it's wonderful seeing men that just come together, talk about their stories, talk it up. You know what I'm saying? Like and just connect in a sense. You know what I'm saying? In the future, obviously, you guys will be seeing more videos and that sort. But the guys that came here today, I appreciate like from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate y'all coming here. Love y'all, man. Of course, man. But yeah, man. Of course, man. Of course. Anytime, feel me? We can do this anytime. But like, thanks y'all for tuning in. It's Feast Mode. Check y'all later, feel me?